Welcome back to our channel. Have you ever thought about what happened to the descendants of Abraham from his relationship with his second wife, as mentioned in Genesis 25? While Isaac and Ishmael are often discussed, it's interesting to consider the fate of the 6 children Abraham had with Keturah. In response to numerous requests from our subscribers, this video will explore the question of Abraham and Keturah's descendants. If you are already a subscriber, we genuinely appreciate your support. Leaving a like encourages us to continue producing weekly videos based on scripture for you. However, if you haven't subscribed yet, I invite you to watch our video until the end. If it resonates with you, consider subscribing to our channel so you won't miss out on upcoming content. Join us for another exciting video on our channel. The sacred scriptures mention that shortly after Sarah's passing, Abraham decided to marry again. According to the Book of Chronicles, his second wife initially served as a concubine before Abraham formalized their marriage, resulting in 6 children. This woman's name was Keturah. The detailed video about this intriguing female character from the Old Testament is available in the link below the description of this video. If you're interested in a comprehensive video about Keturah, please explore as you wish. It's worth noting that Keturah is often mistaken for another figure from the Old Testament, Hagar, who was an Egyptian woman. However, it's important to clarify that Keturah is not described as Egyptian nor linked to Egypt. Respected biblical scholar Richard Elliott Friedman rejects the idea that Keturah is the same person as Hagar, arguing that this identification stems from an ancient rabbinic notion unsupported by the Hebrew text. Furthermore, Friedman highlights that renowned commentators of antiquity, such as Ibn Ezra, Ramban, and Rasban, also rejected this idea. The Book of Jubilees, an intriguing ancient work, also supports the conclusion that Keturah and Hagar were distinct individuals and not the same person. It's essential to remember that the Book of Jubilees, dating back to around 700 BC, holds significant historical value. The book affirms that Keturah and Hagar were not identical, even stating that Abraham waited until after Hagar's death to remarry. I invite you to join me in reading chapter 25 of the book of Genesis. Abraham entered into marriage with another woman named Keturah, who bore him several children. These children were named Maddan, Midian, Ishbak, Shua, and Jokshan. The descendants of Dedan were the Ashurim, Letushim, and Lumim. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanok, Abida, and Eldah. All of these individuals were descendants of Keturah. While Abraham bestowed his inheritance upon Isaac, he also gave gifts to his concubine sons and sent them away to the land of the east while he was still alive. Abraham lived for 175 years and passed away in old age, joining his ancestors. After analyzing the text, it becomes clear that Abraham had 6 more children following Isaac's birth: Simran, Jokshan, Maddan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shua. This raises the question of what happened to the descendants of Abraham and Keturah. Where can these descendants be found today? One of the notable tribes among these descendants is the Midianites. They resided in the northwestern regions of the Arabian Peninsula, which included parts of modern-day Saudi Arabia, Jordan, Israel, and the Sinai Peninsula. The Midianites are mentioned in various ancient sources, such as the Bible, Assyrian texts, and Egyptian records. They are often closely linked with other groups descended from Abraham. In certain passages of Scripture, the terms Midianites, Medanites, and Ishmaelites are used interchangeably. You can refer to Genesis 37 verses 28 to 36 and Judges 8 verse 24 for further information on this matter. It is probable that these 3 groups intermixed through marriages, indicating that the descendants of Abraham's children from concubines formed alliances through matrimony. Among these related tribes, the Midianites, who were also descendants of Keturah, resided primarily in Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. Bahrain, in particular, is home to a significant number of descendants from Abraham and Keturah. The tribes originating from the 6 children of Abraham and Keturah are scattered across various regions of Saudi Arabia and Bahrain. It is important to note that one tribe from Keturah's lineage settled in a part of Saudi Arabia near the Jordanian borders, including the ancient territory of Edom. This observation aligns with the mention of a Shuhite in the book of Job, where Zophar, one of Job's friends, is described as a Naamathite. The Shuhites are descendants of Shua, one of Abraham's children from his union with Keturah. The majority of Saudi Arabia's current population consists of direct descendants of Abraham and Keturah. The 6 tribes descending from Keturah play a significant role in forming the foundation of the population in Saudi Arabia. The renowned Midianites, along with other Arab tribes, are all connected to Abraham's lineage. In addition to these 6 Arab tribes, the influence of the Ishmaelites is also noteworthy, as intermarriages have fostered cultural amalgamation both in ancient times and to this day. Marriage has been a means for Arabs to come together and promote cultural exchange. Apart from Abraham's descendants, it is noteworthy that Saudi Arabia is also home to a Kushite presence. Certain descendants of the Kush, a group historically established in Ethiopia, Somalia, and other African nations, have found a home in the region encompassing Yemen and Oman. This is partly due to the ancient kingdom of Sheba, which included Ethiopians from Ethiopia and Semitic Sabians in Yemen. The history and wealth of the kingdom of Sheba are often associated with biblical legends, including the renowned visit of the Queen of Sheba to King Solomon as described in the Old Testament. Some members of this population migrated to the Saudi Arabian region, adding to its ethnic and historical diversity. The story of Jethro, an important figure in the Old Testament, is intriguing and worth exploring in a special video. Jethro's life is closely intertwined with Moses' narrative and the liberation of the Israelites from slavery in Egypt. Jethro, who was both a priest of Midian and a tribal leader, had multiple daughters. One of these daughters met Moses when he was fleeing Egypt, and he assisted them. In gratitude, Jethro offered Moses shelter and eventually became his mentor and teacher. As a priest of God, Jethro shared profound knowledge about Semitic culture and God's will with Moses. It is surprising to note that Jethro's wife was a woman from Cush, a region in Africa. Thank you for watching. We hope you have gained insights into the Bible through this discussion. Please consider subscribing and clicking on the notification icon for future updates. Stay tuned for more episodes where we delve into critical issues found in the Bible. See you soon.